This is GH Dirty Deeds. I'm James Lott Jr. And as you saw from the title, and many of you who know who I am in the GH universe, you know how much I have disliked the character of Peter. Not a fan of his portrayer. I have made that very known in the universe. I think I praised him one time, and that twice. I think I praised him once, and then once I praised the Umbrella story recently of what he has caused, the character of Peter has caused, which showed all my favorites. But most of you know, and if you don't know this, I was not a fan. I think the storyline went on too long. I think there was no chemistry. I couldn't wait. I just couldn't. I think the acting was. I just could. I couldn't. I couldn't wait. But there's also some confusion for some folks, longtime fans of my work. I'm going to clear it up. So, GH Report, which was my original show on AfterBuzz TV, it ran from 2015 to 2020. 2019, I left the show. I decided to leave the recap world. That didn't last too long. So I'd leave the recap world, and Frank Moran, who was one of our original hosts, and who is the only host who has stayed on the show recapping it for the last almost 7 years, he decided to carry on after Lucretia left and I left. And he got Carla Renata, who was a fan of GH, and they kept the show going. It was during their incarnation of GH Report on AfterBuzz TV, they got Wes Ramsey. So Wes was on their show, not mine. Yet I created the show and it was my legacy, but I wasn't on I was on the show at the time. I wasn't producing it. I wasn't involved. I let them have the name. I so you can continue it on. Now I did support the show. They come on. And I can't actually, because I started this GH Mini Spotlight 7 years ago also. I mean, they're both were concurrent. So this show, I was still doing it, just doing little interviews and little snippets on this channel. But on that channel, I was not part of AfterBuzz TV for that. I did not interview him. I did not meet him. I've been before in some other situation, but in that situation, I did not know him or anything. So we were like, wasn't he on your show? I'm like, no, he was kind of, but kind of not. He wasn't on my show, but he was on a show that I created. And now it comes to today. So the character Peter is supposedly dead. I say supposedly because he took her last breath. But of course, we know in Soap World, after she leaves him, they're all talking. Unless I see him in a body bag like Julian or head cut off like Faison, I think it leaves it open for him to return at some point. But if this means this character is gone for a while, at least for some years, I will take it. I'll take whatever I can get. But it's also funny too. So I've been seeing a lot of people who agree with me, who are not fans. But I've seen a lot of folks who are fans. So I have to acknowledge them. There are folks, some of my fellow podcasters who do GH shows, they really enjoyed him and his performance. So I guess maybe that's the whole point for General Hospital and Frank Valentini. You get somebody on, it causes controversy. It did propel some storylines. These give us some great moments. Shout out to Kirsten Storms. Shout out to Finola Hughes. Maxie and Anna really, oh my goodness. And who knew it would be Felicia, of all people, who would get the ball rolling on his demise. I say in quotes, demise. Some great stuff. I only wish Valentine was involved a little more. They chose not to have him involved. But it's kind of funny. The girls took care of it. I guess girls do run the world. And this GH Mini Spotlight. No, this is not. This is GH Dirty Deeds. So tell you something on yourself. GH Report. GH Mini Spotlight. GH Dirty D, whatever. GH Mini Spotlight is Sundays here on JLJ Media, live at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Me and Frank break it all down. We'll see you next time.